start.
Yeah, I think so. Hi, we're Kenny with Anai, and you're watching this behind the scenes of Sound of Science. I came up with Sound of Science in November when they first released it on the Up for Discussion podcast. And originally it was supposed to be this whole what I call a cut and dry piece, no theatrics, just me at my house, just spinning away.
I'm gonna make it longer. Get that mechanic advantage and I won't get tired. You know I always hoped I might live, but I can't patch these grades alone. Oh, never. I ain't getting no stronger. I'm trading yours for displacement, multiply and conquer. Break up that lever. I'm gonna make it longer. Get that mechanic advantage and I won't get tired.
And after some thought, I was like, I'm really passionate about this, and I know that I have connections to do this kind of thing with Matt. And so I just like, hey, do you want to do the physics stuff?
So I get to do physics stuff, but I wasn't properly explained to what all that entailed.
But basically, we came up with all these gags to put in the video, and then Matt slowly realized, hey, you're actually going to be in the video because
I really did not know. I thought you were just getting physics equations from me.
The biggest thing for me was since we're making it bigger than just me outside of my house spinning a flag, what all could we do? What was our options? And we decided, we collaboratively decided to stick it to a cappella science as much as possible. That meaning we were going to involve almost anything that he was in. So the first thing we did before actually making the trailer or anything was we sat down and we discussed the song and dissected it as much as possible.
Tried to go through every lyric we could and either apply it to some physics equation, some type of physics, or a fun visual gag that you got to do.
I'm trying to decide if in that first if we need to show you as an intro.
Oh.
Just Matt going. The point of bringing Matt in was I wanted it to be like a real equation. I didn't want to just
And it was.
It was a real equation.
It was a real, fully developed physics equations for a very specific problem that I had to simplify because I only know Newtonian physics very well. Because when you finally decide to toss it, I need to know how much force you're actually pushing up in total against also gravity. So this would be like Fg.
So is this going to be in a vacuum or?
At first, this is going to be in a vacuum. Well, quote unquote vacuum. I'm going to ignore any wind resistance, so I'm not going to worry about your flag at first.
Right. The main toss we're focusing on, which is what our equation is based on, is the horizontal, which you can also do that one. We have the tugging of the silk one. You have the around the back, one-handed, and then you have basically the around the back, one-handed on the ground.
Jeez.
So all of those take kind of different forces. So in the actual trailer, what we decided to just laden it with a lot of Easter eggs, basically. And the most impressive one to me was just how many books that we used. And I think we have
That was fun, and I don't know, I just had all the books just laid out ready to throw at you.
So for this video alone, we just collected all of these physics books.
So it works.
The whole point was we have all these books and we don't need them, right?
Which is why it works even more than you would think it would.
Yeah, we do not need quantum mechanics. We do not need the way things move. We do not need how hippies saved physics.
You do not need Higgs.
We definitely don't need Higgs. We don't need conceptual theoretical physics.
That's what you actually do need. That's what we're... Well, conceptual physics and low algebra-based physics is actually what we're doing.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's just... very low level.
I was kind of hoping that Tim's degree was not needed in this.
It's not!
Trailer, what we did, which was the sneakiest thing we did, and I'm still on the fence if it's offensive or not. We basically found Tim's thesis, which he put online when he put enrolling in the Higgs, and there's a scene where Matt is trying to teach me physics, and I fall asleep, and he tears a piece off of the paper and throws it at me.
I'll pull it up.
Oh no!
I think we're gonna go through his thesis with this. I think we're just gonna go through each page.
Oh.
That's gonna be each take.
That's this. Problem is, I didn't count for the overexposure to be so much. So
Yeah, I don't know how much that caught on
I
video.
really don't. I know it's there, and you know it's there, and now you guys can go back and see that it's there. But Tim, if you do find that offensive, we are not sorry. Honestly, the whole goal of this was like, it should make you hurt. Like it should make you like cringe.
It is a pain. You know what is just as painful as every day with puns that I have to deal with this one.
Well, that's up for discussion. Like, looking so awkward. Most of you ladies would probably say cute, but that's up for discussion.
I'm waiting.
That's up for discussion. We haven't discussed the shirts yet.
So that was totally my planned segue.
So I guess that's up for discussion.
So I have to leave it again.
So
Much.
to make this even more cringeworthy, Matt is a big nerd, and that he has a bunch of these shirts that are fandom related in some sort, and
Or science related.
or science related, that are fandom fueled. And we thought it would be funny. What if we had enough shirts to continuously change, and none of them have to do with like physics? Like
Every time I cycle through, just another shirt and another shirt.
it's
and
another shirt.
Never
With
physics.
him, it's a scientific shirt that has nothing to do with physics. And I own this one for sure, which is I wear this tee periodically. And my second scientific shirt is Art Made Me, which is my pencil shirt. And to further link those two up for discussion, we each bought a shirt from their page. Unfortunately,
I think mine might not go towards it.
basically what happened was when you click on the upper discussion link on TeePublic, it gives you like six shirts, something like that, and only like 2 of them are actually associated with up for discussion, which is my pink literally dying shirt, and there's another shirt that we don't have, which is, you like Hamilton? Couldn't tell, but we're not Hamilton fans, so it didn't make sense for us to buy that. Up for discussion, you should totally tell us if we were wrong in thinking that some of those shirts actually were associated with you. Oh, that reminds me. So the title of Sound of Science was not mine. So I was at a meeting for a different gig, and the hairdresser I'm working with, I was telling her the video idea, and she's like, it'd be so cool if you called it Sound of Science.
And it works.
So shout out to Megan Paula for naming what is essentially my child. Naming the video. Yeah. So Matt decided to put Kenny, with Kenni, and then his name, Matt, on there.
Just to get a beautiful, nice little
Just-
kinematics.
Just to make you cringe more. But thank you so much for watching. You can click here to check out the
my face,
original
I guess.
the original video. You can subscribe up here, and you can check out the his physics portion here. I wish I had a 4th thing, but I don't. Bye.
I was like, okay, I'm done.
But you know what? It's really fun using Tim's lyrics in a quotation matter, and we all know what lyric I'm talking about.